Hey guys, Manny's here. It's the spot here, and I'm here with my dear.
Hi, this is Mehrak. I'm so glad to be here.
Welcome, Mehrak. Long time no see. Finally. Thank you for coming and accepting my invitation. And
Thanks for inviting me.
very welcome. I always wanted to ask you some questions, and I think this is the time now, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Mehrak, how did you start learning English is my first question.
Um, Actually, I think most of Iranian children have gone to English classes during their childhood.
Mm-hmm.
So for myself, I did that.
Mm-hmm.
But during my college studying, I happened to ILI.
Yeah.
And I took learning English seriously.
Yeah. You should be serious if you're going to that institute.
Exactly.
Everyone knows that in Iran.
Yeah, and after that, I took other courses and I kind of dive into English, and now I like it more than before.
Mm-hmm. And I know you. Did you go to this to university? I mean, did you study English at university as well?
No, unfortunately, no, but I studied software engineering.
Really? Why did I think like that? Yeah, I always thought like you studied English in university. Okay.
So my jobs and career are irrelevant to my study.
Like the rest of us, it's like this. I mean, welcome to Iran. And this is like this, isn't it? You study something and you go to work for something else. And you have different experiences in different fields of work and study.
Exactly. During that time, I didn't know what do I want, so I choose that major. So okay, software engineering is fine, and we have the future, and we have bright future for that. Let me study this. But because I didn't, we have some businesses like B2B, B2C, business to client, business to business. I realized that kind of software engineering for me is B2B, business to business, and I don't like that. I really want to see the result of my work in cloud, in customers, and I guess because of this, I decided to go for yoga and other jobs.
Yeah. That's it. It was like this. When I was thinking of you, I thought, okay, uh, as I was thinking that you studied English, that's why you had. Okay, that's now that I know, it's like you owe to this ILI for your English as well. I mean, I did the same. That was the same for me. ILI made me like ILI made me like this English maybe world around me, and because we didn't have such internet things back then in my teenage time, so we didn't know much about the rest of the world and what are they doing, and it wasn't like these days teenager things. But it was like going to this kind of institute that everything was in English, unlike the other institutes. English was like all over the class, all over the building even. So I think they kind of made us learn it. They kind of made us love it, maybe. So
Yes.
when I was thinking like that, I said, okay, what can I talk to her? What do we have in common, maybe, to talk? And we reached to. And then I found you like yoga and
That.
meditation, maybe.
Yeah. First of all, let me mention something. When you were talking about all the ILI and that time,
Uh-huh.
you mentioned during that time we didn't have, internet and that stuff, and I guess that time was better
Oh.
because nowadays we have a lot of pressure, and that makes people to be, tend to be more perfectionist because, for example, they start to learn something, some classes, English classes, other stuff, and they start subconsciously compare themselves to other people. Okay, let me check what other institutes are doing. Let me check what other, for example, person, how she learning English. And I guess that time was better and a lot.
Yeah, like, but I mean, maybe I have to disagree here with you. It's like really love this internet thing. This little, yeah, I really love it because I mean, if it was, it wasn't for this internet, I couldn't really do whatever I'm doing right now. And maybe that social media is too much sometimes. I know, and I'm really, I really avoid this kind of social media myself. I can't do that, but maybe in that way you're right. But yeah, I think I love it.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. We have some positive aspect, negative
Yeah.
aspect, and I guess your attitude, are rooted in because you avoid it, kind of to dive into social media and instead
Yeah.
use it in a just positive aspect.
Yeah, kind of YouTube uh consumer I am, maybe whatever you say. I'm not like that Instagram following things or TikTok things. I'm not that much into those kind of media, but yeah, I really like to look for whatever I want right now. I don't want to have whatever is around me to have the influence on me. Maybe that's why I really like it. Still, I like it. Maybe it changes because these days I have to upload everything. Like for this podcast, I have to upload it, and I have to prepare some. I don't know, the brochures maybe, or the reels, the things to be uploaded on Instagram because I have to promote it maybe, and I'm not very good at it. I know, but I have to do that, and it's kind of. I mean, life is going to change maybe.
It's good. Exactly. So let me tell something about myself, promote the positive aspect of social media.
Okay.
And this related to yoga and meditation.
Uh-huh.
Is it fine?
Sure. I was waiting for that.
Mm. Exactly due to outbreak of COVID, I started to hold all my classes online, and other stuff. I took and attended a lot of courses online.
Right.
And because of these courses, something amazing happened in my life. I remember exactly that time during the pandemic. I have attended to some, meditation courses because I followed some people like Anusha, and, Ainat Absa, like them, and they were kind of guide people to doing meditation. So, yeah, I started that time, and I exactly remember when they said, okay, if you want to get used to doing meditation and make it as a habit for yourself, it took time to see the result in your life. And I was to myself, no, let me do it. I proved them right. I did, and I can see the result immediately. But after 3 years, I really realized that, yeah, they were right. And nowadays, I can see the result in my life and my personality. I always wanted to be flexible in every situation, and I really, really didn't do that, and I haven't been that person at all. But I consider myself, I see myself nowadays kind of flexible in especially hard situations, and I can let it go, and be free some situations. And I guess this is the result of that habit that I made 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's real nice. I mean, this is a real I can say impressive experience that you had, right?
Yeah, I get.
So you think
I love that.
if you are going to tell us if someone is going to start this kind of what do you call it, life habit, if someone is going to do that, it would be like it takes at least 3 years. Are you going to tell us maybe in 3 years? Are you going to tell us it is going to take 6 years maybe? I mean, as far as you go, you find it more profound.
When you start, you see the result. Okay, but the result, that much of impact in your life is different. For example, after 1 month, you see a little result on, little impact in your life. But imagine that impact after 3 years, how much it can be. So, yeah, I love that. But for make this habit in your whenever it's fine, we can say it's too late, or
So you get your share. You get it. I mean,
exactly.
as you go further, maybe you get more, and still you can be happy for whatever you've got so far.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, that's it. Cool. So that's for meditation. And
That's what it is.
how about yoga? What do you think of yoga in the life?
As I said, my major is totally irrelevant to other my jobs. I used to be a Pilates instructor, and I really love that workout. It's kind of an style in sport. It's not a yeah.
Just a second. So for those who know that we always were talking about our Pilates personal trainer. This is Mehrak. Hey. Yeah. She is the lovely PT, huh? we could call you. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I have done that for maybe 6 or 7 years.
You mean Pilates?
Yeah, Pilates. Yeah. And I really love that.
And we also started with with Pilates. We started with Pilates, and I mean, it kind of guided us through that yoga thing.
Exactly. For me, that happened. And I realized that after I started doing yoga, I realized that yoga is kind of like a whole package. If Pilates work on your some parts of your body, like most part it's related to your core muscles and flexibility and about the balance. In yoga, we have more than that. And during that flows in yoga, and we have some Pilates, workout in yoga's time as well. And I was like, oh my God, I found the better one. And I started doing yoga after that. So still I'm a beginner,
and started to persuade the other people and your students maybe to do the yoga thing. Yeah.
At the first it was hard for me because after 6 or 7 years doing Pilates and being an instructor, now I came back to the first step, and I became a student. And I was like, oh my God, I'm discovering my body one more time. And it's like I didn't know about my body at all. And it was amazing for me because I thought I knew all the things about my body, but when I started yoga, I realized that I didn't know anything.
It happens like everywhere, like whatever you are studying, whatever, what the further you go, the more you understand, you know less. Maybe is this the thing that they say?
Every time that happens to me.
Yeah, it feels like that. So I was when I was maybe reading about this yoga because I really like it. The very first thing that when you do some research is come up is that it's like a 5,000-year-old what do you call it? Like kind of discipline, and it's from India, and like it was developed like during the years, and nowadays it's kind of still everyone knows that from India. So, what do you think of India?
India. Um, I guess when I started to do meditation and yoga, I became familiar with that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was considering to visit India.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't have enough reason for that, but something in my mind said, okay, um, it might be an interesting and fascinating country.
Mm-hmm.
And last year I had a chance. I had a chance to go to foreign country, and I decided to go to India. And I realized that, yeah, I was right. This is fascinating country. Imagine with that number of people and population in the country, they have wonderful nature all over the place on green and clean. Amazing nature. You can hear the cars horns a lot in all the streets, but although you hear that car's horns, you can feel a wonderful peace in this country, and it was amazing. All that
The conflict, like
contrast.
the conflicts by each other, like you can see them, but still you feel the peace. It's like
Exactly. This was amazing for me. And I didn't know it was because of my attitude or other people can feel that too. But I really love that country.
And have you seen people doing yoga meditation things?
They have some places. I'm not sure about the pronunciation, but they call it ashram.
Ashrams?
Mm-hmm. In some cities, they have some places for them, and you can, for example, sign up in that and go there for 10 years, do meditation and have kind of ceremony.
Sorry, did you say for 10 years?
10 days.
Oh, yeah. So it's like a course, huh? And I was wondering, is it
So 10 days.
10 days and it's a course, huh?
Yes. The price is not too much high.
Is it for the visitors, like for the tourists, or?
Yeah, you can do that.
I mean, do they talk in English or there in that place, ashram place?
I guess they can speak in English as well because all over the world they can attend to that course.
Probably we don't understand that.
Maybe.
I think we have the accent. I'm just joking with the accent. It's not easy for us to understand this Indian accent.
It was amazing for us. No, let's forget it.
No, come on, say it.
I guess they replaced tea with tea. Like 2 minutes.
Yeah, they round it up. Like too much R's you hear, too much D you hear. And you have to replace it with T sometimes so that you understand it. Because Like we Iranians are like talking more T sounds and more, how do we say it? Like openly. Because of our jaw things, maybe we speak more openly and we pronounce more words like kind of more understandable for all over the world. Like this, they understand us. I mean, as a second language. If not, I'm not talking about the native speakers, but whoever knows English can understand us better than our neighbors, maybe neighbor countries.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah, Indian, Korean, all of them. That's kind of same accent. And yeah, that was amazing journey. She listens about their accent. And yeah, I was saying they didn't do meditation and yoga in great. But most of them do yoga, do meditation. I asked them, for example, would you please guide me how to do meditation? And they had some, um, technique for breathing.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. And they said, for example, we do this technique every day and more. Mm, they are very kind and peaceful.
Yeah, peaceful, huh? Whatever you say, you add some peace word in your sentence. It seems like it has this. Honey, tell me about the benefit of maybe the journey you had to this country. I mean, where the yoga generated from, and the benefit of the yoga itself in your life, or if you want to add meditation benefits.
For Germany, not only about the India, I guess I believe that all the journey can expand our horizons, and I really like to do that in my life. But for yoga and meditation, I saw a lot of impact, huge impact actually in my personality. As I mentioned, yes, for example, I'm more flexible in each situation nowadays. I have better connection with my body, um, physical body, mentality, all the aspects. For example, before this stop, I heard that word with self-love. And before I thought it's okay, it means you can buy yourself a gift, you should go to the cafe, have a lot of things. But nowadays I realize that, okay, you're fine, you can do that. And okay, it's self love, but it's not the whole thing. Self nowadays means to me, it's important how you can talk to yourself every day since you wake up. Whenever you're sad, when you make a mistake, how you can talk to yourself. Are you blaming yourself? Are you yes? And I'm every single day I'm practicing on that. I try to observe my thoughts. Okay, how can I talk to myself better?
That's why they say yoga is kind of a stress management skill that you do every day now, maybe, huh?
And it's kind of like a journey. We can figure out everything new every day.
Yeah, it's like this.
But
And
about you?
yeah, I mean, I try my best. It's like I really love it. And the opportunity that it gives to the person who's trying to do is to learn more about you, about the world around you, and your connection, and why are you living in this world. Exactly, this is what I understand, and it's like the further I go, the more I want to know about it. The more I know that I know nothing about it. It is like that. And I think there are still a lot for me to know. Maybe I need to have a trip to India to go there.
Don't worry to go to that art shop.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. And I think I'm gonna come back to you. I'm gonna ask more about what you do, because I think we have a lot in common. We can talk more, but I try to keep the episodes short. So I'm really thankful to you to actually, in a very short notice, you appeared. Thank you very much. And I'm trying to ask everyone to come. It's like then I found it okay. If I keep the episodes short, then maybe everyone would be more persuaded to come and to have this chit chat. Maybe. Okay.
Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure. Okay, and everyone, thank you for listening to us. I'm waiting for the rest of you to contact me if you like to be my guest. And this spot is the spot that you can practice your English. We try our best, and let us say bye-bye to you. Bye!
Bye.